Hi, I'm Mac. Hi, I'm Ruckus. And together, we're Maximum Ruckus! Yay!
What's up, Internet? Welcome to Maximum Ruckus, the show that still doesn't have like an opening phrase.
No, not yet.
I haven't thought of one. We also haven't exactly figured out what we do on this show yet. So
No, absolutely not.
I'm your host, Jose Ruckus, and joining me, as always, Makenna May.
It's me. Hi.
Makenna,
Yeah.
you've had a busy week.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I bet.
Big week. I slept like a baby on Thursday night. It felt great. Yeah, I graduated. Oh wait, I
Graduated college.
I graduated from college. Here's this. It doesn't have my diploma in it because apparently I have to wait for that. But it comes with 2 pieces of paper that just says congratulations. And essentially, it just says you're cleared. If you are cleared to graduate, you can order your diploma. If you're not, oh well, you walked anyway. So that was. Got a big sheet of paper and the sticker doesn't even work. It's really sad. I paid a lot of money just to get shitty stickers. But yes, I graduated. Oh, here's my cap. I got a lot of stuff on my bed. Here's my cap. And here's the program. We have 10 of these. There's only 5 people who came with me.
Is there anything interesting in the program?
No, it's just a bunch of names mainly, and then like if they have honors and whatnot. Although our keynote speaker was Mark Zimoff, the former voice of the Sixers, which was pretty cool for like 22 seasons or something. So, and it like explains regalia, how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's a good time. So that's what I did last week.
Yeah. How does it feel to be graduated from college?
Stressful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it felt good like the first night, and then I realized, oh, I don't have a job. I don't know. Like, I'm right now on just some big summer break. Like,
the biggest summer break.
Yes, there's with no end in sight at right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I would say take some time to enjoy. This is the last time in your life that you're gonna have literally nothing else to do until you retire. So
I can't
enjoy
wait.
that.
I am looking forward to retirement so much, which I shouldn't be as 22 years old, but like I'm just excited to like garden all day, like hang out.
Oh no, it's the dream.
Go to lunch. I don't know. Yeah.
Like it's not like that's like, oh, that's like for old people, retirement stuff, not doing anything, enjoying your hobbies. It's like, no, that's like what we should all be doing all the time.
Yes.
But we've we're born into this system that's fucking terrible. And we have to labor or else we'll starve.
There's like when I was in like high school and we were watching Jeopardy one night and there was like a retirement community commercial and it just everyone looks so happy. They were playing Wii. They were like doing everything. There was one recently that was on, like this woman was doing a puzzle and someone off camera came in with a cookie platter. The dream. Like now it's like a joke in my family, like, oh, Makenna wants to live in a retirement community at 22, but it's like I do. Everyone's friends with each other in there. They have like their own little house. It's like being in college, but you're 70.
Yeah. And like you don't have to go to class.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to class, you don't have to go to work.
No.
It's how we should all be living all the time.
Sounds amazing.
It's a shame that we put like the best living arrangements to the people who can enjoy it the least.
I know.
Like really young people and really old people. And everybody else in the middle, it just sucks to be you.
Yeah. Put us in. Let's just make a community with our friends. A retirement community. I guess not retirement. A community that's just houses with all of us.
Do you think that's like how like communes became a thing?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be like, oh, we should have like retirement communities just to hang out.
Yeah, just hang out and then well. Oh, I do have a story from I have a lot of stories from graduation, but whenever whenever I did the thing, I walked the stage. Whenever I got up there, because there's a lot of people. I'm stressed. I'm stressed about like tripping. I had new shoes on. There's a lot of people. I'm clumsy as it is, so I was like very focused on not tripping. But I take one step, and all the professors are on stage, and I just hear one of my professors yell "Go Blues" at me. So I was like, "Oh, look at that! I'm gonna look at her." And then I'm like, "Oh my god, I need to focus on walking again." I like shake the dean's hand. I like, unthinkingly, I don't know if that's a word. I like clap his hand too, like I don't know, but and then I go sit down. And I check my phone and I have an email from another professor, and I'm like, he's on the stage right now. Why is he sending an email to me? He took a picture of me as I walked across the stage from like his point of view, and I
Really
guess
cool.
yeah. So that was really nice. That was really cool. And then we had Wawa for dinner.
Yeah. So you had like your family's gonna go out have a dinner to celebrate the biggest thing that you've ever accomplished in
Oh,
your life,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
one of the biggest things you will ever accomplish in your life.
Hmm.
It's a huge undertaking. And so I imagine they were like, McKenna, you can go anywhere you want for dinner, right?
They did
And
absolutely.
you chose a gas station.
Just guessed. I got an extra bagel and a big milkshake. I got 2 bagels and a big milkshake. It was great. It was like a clown car every time we had to get out of the car because my parents were in the front and my 2 grandmas were in the middle seat. But in order for my sister and I to get out of the back seat, we had to take down the seats
Hmm,
because
yeah,
we're in dresses. I'm not about to crawl over. So it's just like there's just 6 people coming out of this one car, and it's like, here we are, Wawa, bring it on. My one grandma hadn't had Wawa before, changed her life, as Wawa does.
really.
It's tagline, life changing subs.
She's like lived in the area her entire life, right?
So we don't where I live, we don't have Wawa. We have Sheets. We have Sheets and
Oh,
Rudders,
I see.
and then
So Wawa's like a Philadelphia
it's
thing.
like Eastern, yeah. You
See,
like get into Lancaster and it's all Wawa, so it's a big deal when we get over there. So this was a special moment,
huge,
special gas station.
huge.
Got to do it. I was like, and we got home. I'm like, oh, thank God we didn't go to sit down anywhere because we were just so, like, from all the driving and just, being in the car and just sitting. And we were like, gas station it up, That's what we did. It was great. We got home in time for Jeopardy. So
Very nice.
we're
Very
the
nice.
real winners, It's fine.
So, McKenna, I also saw you this week. You watched the movie Step Brothers.
Oh, I did. I watched
What do
it
you think
like
of that?
last Wednesday, I think. It's that thing of like, I know a bunch of quotes from it, I've seen a bunch of scenes from it, but I'd never seen it all together. And then I saw it was on maybe Amazon Prime. I was like, all right, it's an hour and a half. Sure. Um, I thought it was funny. Some of the things don't hold up as well now, but like, it was still pretty
Yeah,
fun. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
I think it's a great movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's really funny.
it's a good
There's some
time.
stuff in that movie that's absolutely hilarious.
It's so good. Like there's a reason that I knew so many of the quotes before going into the movie. It's just I don't know. I really liked it. It was very fun. And a good time. 10 out of and Adam Scott's in it. So like
Yeah, he's really good in that.
I didn't realize that that's the movie with the Sweet Child of Mine thing in the car.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that movie. So it was like they came I was like, oh, like Catherine Hahn's in this movie and Adam Scott. I'm like, wow. And it didn't connect. I was like, oh, until it was like the start of that scene. I was like, oh my god. I know this one. I know this scene.
I I think that was the first thing I saw him in.
Oh really?
Yeah, like, I didn't watch Parks and Rec until,
Mhm,
like, maybe the last season.
mhm. I think
So, it was weird because yeah, I knew him as the asshole brother from Step Brothers, and then watching Parks and Rec, I was like, "Oh, that's a very different character."
complete opposite for me. I saw him in Parks and Rec first, and then obviously this, and I was like, but he's so sweet. But he was in Boy Meets World, which I didn't know about. He's in like 3 or 4
Yeah.
episodes of Boy Meets World. Because I saw it, it was like it came up as like the special guest, or no, I don't even think he would be a special guest star. He would just like guest star or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's Adam Scott.
Yeah, he's like the cool kid who shows up in
Hmm.
town, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 of them, and then disappears completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic sitcom. The Cunningham brother syndrome. It's
I always wonder what happens with that, like, why they'll, like, introduce a character and be like,
yeah,
"We'll do, like, 3 episodes with this character," and then just never bring him back.
yeah. That's
Like
I don't get it because it's like because it's like what is it, Chucky Cunningham or whatever. Um, oh my god, I can't even think his the older brother of the other one. That Howard plays. His last name's not Howard. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten every name in Happy Days. Richie Cunningham. Richie Cunningham's older brother. I think his
mm,
name's Chuck or whatever. He just goes upstairs one day
yeah.
in like the 3rd episode of the series and just never comes back.
Well, that's like they planned out the show originally and like, okay,
Mhm.
and these are the characters, and they
Yeah.
probably had some episodes planned from that, and then decided
Mhm.
like, oh, actually, no, like the family stuff in Happy Days, we don't really care about that. We're gonna go hang out with like the
The
friends and stuff. Like
Fonz.
that's way more interesting. Um, but like that's like in season 3, you're just like, oh yeah, here's a character.
Mhm.
This guy's gonna be around for a while. And then 3
Yeah.
episodes, just like, nah, we don't like that character
And
actually.
then they're never talk. It's like Mr. Well, I guess Mr. Turner was in like 3 seasons as a regular, but then like he leaves. He's just
Yeah, I assume that one
mostly
must have
like
been
once
like
or
he
twice.
got another job or something.
It was like something with like the direction the show was taking that like he wasn't going to be in as many scenes. So he was just like, I'm just gonna leave then because it's like
Ah,
he can
yeah.
just go, he can do something else. So I love
I
Mr.
was
Turner.
I was rewatching some episodes of Community,
Mm-hmm.
and there's in the first season there's like a side character who shows up, who
Mm-hmm.
one of them dates for a couple episodes,
Mm-hmm.
then they break up, and there's a couple episodes like post breakup or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird because the character never shows up again after the last like it's like the 4th episode he's in,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like them after the breakup or whatever, and he never shows up after that. But what's interesting is that like there's a stinger to that episode
Mm-hmm.
where he he's there played by a different actor.
What? Oh my
Yeah,
god. That happens in Boy Meets World. Harley
does it?
Kiner. Yeah, the other cool guy. Harley Kiner is played by the same actor, except for 1 episode. And it goes back to the old actor. And they act like nothing's
Huh?
different. It's so
It's so
weird.
weird. That's
It's
yeah.
it throws you off because it's like, but wait, hold on, that's not what? Yeah, I don't. It's weird. Um, I have started watching a new show.
Oh, what are you watching?
I'm watching Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, cause I've seen, obviously I love Steve Buscemi, and I had heard about it for a while from like like Rooster Teeth and whatnot, and I was like, I like boardwalks. Let's watch it. So not initially what I was expecting, but yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I love a good crime family, organized crime type of deal. So why not the Prohibition baby,
Why not?
1920s? Why not? They hit it with The Sopranos. HBO Max, do it with
I've
the
been
Friends.
thinking about watching The Sopranos.
Do it. Do it.
I've seen the first season, I think twice of The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about it. Maybe it's just that like that early 90s TV where like they hadn't quite figured it out
Yeah.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the HBO format was still really new and stuff. Like,
Right.
hour-long dramas on TV was like a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about the first season that I'm like, there's bits I like, and then I get bored. Like, I
Yeah.
think the first season's too long.
Yeah. Cause like, is
But
that like a normal like 22 episode season? Because
No, I want to say it's like 15 episodes.
okay, that's still a
Let me
lot
check.
for like the
It
first season for
is.
an hour long.
Like so much stuff happens in that first season.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like
Like,
all the drama with his uncle and his
mhm.
mom and stuff, and
Oh
it's just a
yes.
lot.
Oh, they are regular. They're like 13 episode seasons.
Yeah, 13 episode
Okay.
seasons. A little
That
too long, I think.
that's a long that's long for
Like
cuz
an
like
hour-long drama.
yeah, cuz I can't think of any series off the top of my head that's like a regular like 22 or whatever episode run that's like an hour long. How
Game of Thrones would do
what
like
was
10
Game?
episodes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause
The
it's Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad tends to be like the first season's very, very
Oh
short.
yeah. Yeah, it's only
Then
seven.
the second season's around like maybe 13
13.
episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And then I want to say Mad Men tends to be like 13 to 15 episodes.
I want to
And
watch Mad Men.
Mad Men has the same thing where I've seen the first season of Mad Men
Mhm.
probably like 3 times.
Mhm.
The first episode of Mad Men
I
might be the best episode of TV ever
Okay,
made.
I've seen that one. We watched it in class. We had to write a critical review about it. And that's the only
It's
episode of
really
so
good.
it's like known as like the perfect pilot because no one had any notes for it or anything whenever it
Yeah.
went. So it's so good.
Yeah, I've watched that like first episode of Mad Men probably like 5 times. Every single time I'm like, holy shit. And then I get to the second episode and I'm like,
That's so sad.
I got some notes on the second episode. Not every episode is the first episode of Mad Men.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I know that script so well just from like when I was writing my paper just like pulling stuff from it. Oh, it's so
Really good.
it's so good.
So one of the reasons like I'm kind of thinking about going back to Sopranos and trying
Mhm.
it again is
Yeah.
because I watched Casino recently, the
Mm.
Scorsese movie.
Mhm.
Um and one thing I really like about Sopranos is that it's like not just the show is informed by movies like Casino and Goodfellas and The Godfather, right?
Yeah.
But that the characters are aware of those movies.
Yeah.
Like Tony Soprano is a fan of Goodfellas.
Mhm.
And like and this was actually one thing I was thinking about because I know you're a huge Sopranos fan
Mhm.
and you had seen Sopranos before you saw Goodfellas.
Yes.
Which is interesting because so much of Sopranos is about how disappointed they are that their life isn't Goodfellas.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff made sense whenever I watch Goodfellas. We, yeah, I don't even know why I started watching this. Well, okay, no, I've always had a weird fascination with like mafia, organized crime stuff.
I think everybody does.
Oh yeah, it's just
Like everybody loves mob movies and stuff.
yeah. Well, I don't know if I think we may have talked about this before. Well, I don't know on recording or not, but my friends and I in like middle school we played a game called Town of Salem, and that's where I like learned all the mafia roles and everything. And then and then I watched Sopranos. I think it was my first year of college, and like that's what I watched into COVID and everything, and like I got a little Tony Soprano Funko Pop just crossing his arms looking at me over there. And it's he's watching out for me.
Yeah,
He has two
very
ducks.
nice.
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh,
That's not a spoiler. The ducks don't really have a lot of. Well,
they
have,
show up in the first
they-
episode.
Okay, good,
show.
good. I couldn't remember when they showed up. They have meaning to him. But yeah,
Is that like supposed to be like an explicit Catcher in the Rye reference?
I don't know. I didn't read Catcher in the Rye, so I don't.
You didn't read Catcher in the Rye in high school? Like, huh?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't read a lot of like of the classics. We read Shakespeare, but like we read the To Kill a Mockingbird, but like none of like the big classics. It's kind of sad.
Catcher in the Rye's good.
Like I wish we did because it's like I can't read them now. I don't understand. I don't know. My brain just doesn't understand the old English or whatever.
So Catcher in the Rye is not written in like because it was written in like what like the 40s or something or 50s.
Oh, I can.
Like
do
it's a
that.
fairly recent
Okay.
book.
Yeah. Okay, I can do
Like
that then.
JD Salinger, I think is he still
Is
alive?
he? Is he? Um,
Yeah, if he died fairly recently.
2010. Yeah.
2010. Yeah. Catcher in the Rye was published in 1951.
Oh, okay, I can read that then. We'll read it then
Yeah.
eventually.
I mean, it's I would say there's very old Vlogbrothers videos
Mhm.
of John Green, like they did a book club in the early days.
Mhm.
And so John Green has a video that he does for like the first half of Catcher in the Rye and then the second half. I recommend watching that as a companion to reading the book because a lot of the really interesting things about that book are very, very subtle. And if you're
Ooh.
not paying attention to it, like JD Salinger's like very meticulous with like his word choice and stuff.
Mhm.
Like very like writer's writer kind of thing. And if you're not paying attention to that stuff,
Mhm.
that book is terrible.
This I've heard that a lot about like Catcher in the Rye, how it's like just hated or whatever. But
Yeah.
maybe I should go back.
It's a very dense book, but
Mhm.
not in the way of like it's a 1,000-page tome that like you have to like pour over and there's an index or anything. No, it's a really short book where every single word just matters.
Oh, what a time.
Yeah, yeah. I really like that book. I understand why people don't like it. I think it's fantastic.
That's good. I have it right here actually. I'm still reading The Hobbit. I'm like
Oh, how's that
there.
going?
It's going very well. I'm enjoying it a lot, despite me slowly reading it. But
It's a fun book.
they're about to see Smaug. So
Smaug.
I'm excited. And I like having watched the Hobbit cartoon because it's like, oh, I can envision all of these
Mhm.
things. So that was fun. Yeah, no, I'm a fan. I'm excited. I'm ready for dragon. Bring on the dragon, you know? Um So yeah, no, it's good. It's a good time. I like it. It's fun.
Do you think you're gonna do Lord of the Rings after that?
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not only because I liked it. I'm just the completionist in general. It's like, God,
yeah.
I gotta read the other three. You know, it's,
They're
it
really good.
it'd be like that. You know. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm excited. It'll be fun. It'll go into my stack of books. Over there. That
Stack
is.
of books.
I need to go through my bookshelf because it is tilting. I put a book on it last week, and it is on the verge of. It doesn't help that it's on top of a blanket. I'm sure that doesn't help, but
That's not the most stable of bases.
no, it's a weighted blanket. You know, it should be a nice heavyweight. No, it's not. It's gonna topple over.
Well, the issue with like weighted things, McKenna, is that adding weight to something doesn't do a whole lot when it's on the bottom.
Listen, listen. You know, it's just not. Listen, I don't like science or math. That's right. Why this is a bachelor of arts, not a bachelor of science. Although, if I would have graduated from the first school I went to, I would have been a bachelor of science because I was technically in the School of Arts and Science because they didn't know where else to put the ComGen program. So,
I mean, like editing and TV production is like equal parts arts and science. I think.
yeah, I've had to do a lot of math and science.
Yeah.
Just gotta make it all work, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine. I did electrical engineering. Bzz, boom.
Like there's like editing's like 50% psychology at least.
Oh god, yeah. It is. It really is.
Like what two images you put together like really matters.
It's like yeah, because it's like between like the song choice and the visuals and everything. It's just a whole bunch of oh boy, I hope the brains like this.
Did you learn about like the Kuleshov effect and all that when you were doing your editing?
I don't maybe at some point. I learned about a lot of shots.
So the Kuleshov effect is something from like the very early days of film
Mhm.
when they were still like experimenting with like what like movies didn't exist yet, you know?
Mhm.
And so like it's an experiment of like the first example of like how they do montage and
Okay.
that they did like a study
Mhm.
that when you cut between two images
Mhm.
the audience will always assume that the two are related, even if they have
Yeah.
nothing to do with each other. And so
Mhm.
if you like take a shot of a person with like a
Mhm.
blank face, and then you show like war before it and like like sad stuff, they will
Mhm.
assume that the person is sad. And
Mhm.
then if you take the exact same shot but intercut it with instead like happy stuff,
Mhm.
they will assume that the person is happy, even though it's the
Oh.
exact same shot of the person.
That's fun. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. Hmm. You can do a lot of
Yeah.
stuff with that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like implicitly like the editing of a thing matters more than what the actual shots of the
Yes.
thing are.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's like the same thing with like music and whatnot. I love like going on YouTube and just like finding videos of like people showing like popular movie scenes with different music. Like I watch a bunch of them for like
Mm.
Harry Potter, and it just completely changes the tone. Like it's like a lot with like Draco Malfoy and Half-Blood Prince. Is the one I'm thinking of. It's like they change it to something like mischief, like happy mischievous, more like Weasley twin mischievous than like Death Eater mischievous, and like completely changes everything. It's like, oh no, he's not trying to kill the headmaster. He's just like, I don't know. He's got an apple. How could he be up to no good? So, it's fun. I like that stuff.
There's a really great YouTube compilation, which is so the SpongeBob movie
Yes.
ends with the song Ocean Man by Ween, which is
Hmm.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Um, and there's a dude who did like a big long compilation where it was like Ocean Man from SpongeBob is the perfect song to end every movie. And so it's literally just like every movie, happy or sad, that ends with Ocean Man by Ween.
That's amazing. I have a bone to pick with you as well because of Ocean Man. Because you brought up Ocean Man like a couple months ago. I have not been able to stop listening to that song
Oh, I listen to it all
since.
the time.
Oh my
It's a
god,
really good
it's
song.
so good. I don't know. It brings like all the warm fuzzies to my head every time I listen to. It's just so good. It's right there at the top of my playlist.
Ween's a really cool band. Like, have you listened to other things by Ween?
I don't think so.
They're neat.
Their name.
They're neat.
Are do they do a bunch of other things like Ocean Man?
They do a lot of that like kind of weird music
Mm-hmm.
and songs that
Ah.
like They Might Be Giants. You listen to like They Might Be
Yeah.
Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're kind of like that.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'll listen to some Ween. That's fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Ween seems like a Makenna band.
we'll find out. I'll let you know. I'll give you an update in 2 weeks. In the next Maximum
Okay.
Ruckus, I'll give you a Ween update. I saw Grease today on this here.
Yeah, you
Mother's
went and saw
Day.
Grease in the theater.
I did. I did. It was fantastic. It was.
Yeah.
There wasn't a bunch of people. There's like I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 other groups scattered throughout the theater. We sat in the back corner. Of course, it was just my mother, my sister, and I. My mom from the opening scene, she mouthed along to every single word. I would look over and she doesn't get anything wrong. Some that like for big powerful lines, I could hear her over there whispering next to me. We danced along. We did the dances. We sang. We were far away from people, so we weren't disturbing them. But like, we did the Grease Lightning dance, and my mom was just like, oh, "My life is made as a mother." Like, she did right. But no, it's great. I highly recommend seeing Grease in the theaters. It's so fun. And they
I
have
enjoy Grease
trivia.
quite a bit.
It's a good time. It's like good songs. The songs that I always forget. There's the song at the drive-in. I think it's like called Sandy or whatever. I always forget that's a song.
Mm.
It's like oh yeah, here's that song. But yeah, no, love it. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, can't go wrong.
Both of them at like the peak of
Oh yeah.
ability.
Oh yeah, cause like John Travolta had just come off of Saturday Night Fever or whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
that was his time. The little dancey dance, great time. Wow.
There was like this interview with Quentin Tarantino talking about making Pulp Fiction,
Mm.
and like the because he wrote the role of Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction for John Travolta,
Mm.
and so like he intentionally added a scene where John Travolta dances
Okay.
because it had been, you know, a decade since
Yeah.
Saturday Night Fever and Grease and stuff. And so he's like, I wanted the audience to have the feeling of like watching the movie and just getting like, oh wait, is John Travolta gonna dance?
Did you? Okay. I just heard that. Did you just tell me this recently? Because I just heard like within the last week.
Maybe it was on TikTok. I think I saw it on TikTok.
Maybe it was on TikTok. I can't
Maybe I
remember.
sent it to you on
You
TikTok.
may have
That's
sent
entirely
it. I think
possible.
you may have actually. Yeah, I think that actually might
Yeah.
be right. Okay, that makes sense.
But now it's
now.
here for the people on the podcast.
Now everyone's here. The John Travolta podcast, where we talk only about John Travolta.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that
No.
podcast. Most of his movies are really bad.
Oh no. I only know like the big ones. I don't know really anything else.
He has a very strange career.
Mm.
Where, like, he started off, obviously, you know, Saturday Night Fever
Yeah.
and Grease and stuff.
Mhm.
But then, like, pivoted really hard into, like, dramas
Mhm.
with, like, working with Brian De Palma and, like, Carrie and Blowout and stuff. And,
Mhm.
like, was a really serious actor for a while. And then just, like, the worst movies you ever saw for, like, 7 years straight.
I always forget he was in that TV show Welcome Back Kotter or whatever.
Welcome
like
Back, Kotter,
in
yeah.
like before he was in movies and whatnot. I was like, because I remember we would watch it comes on every so often on the TV, and it's like throws me off every time I see John Travolta because it's like I only know him from like Grease and Pulp Fiction and everything. It's like, oh yeah, and he's in Welcome Back Kotter.
Yeah.
What a career. But yeah, go see Grease in the theaters. Highly recommend. Well, speaking of, I actually have... Oh, I don't know where I put it. Oh, I have some popcorn left over from the theater. So it's my... I shouldn't eat it on the podcast. But... I can't help it. So, my mom got it because we had just eaten lunch. Like, not a few hours before. So, like, I wasn't really hungry. My sister wasn't hungry. But she's like, I'm gonna get popcorn because it's movie time. She only ate, like... maybe a third of it. I'm like, we're bringing that home. So I've been chowing down. There's only a little bit left, but the thing about popcorn is it makes my stomach hurt every time I eat it, but I do it anyway. It's a popcorn.
I've never had stomach issues. It fucks up my teeth.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like a problem.
I ate one popcorn. It's stuck in the back of my teeth.
Yeah.
Like, why
You have
is
to
it
eat the popcorn very deliberately.
You do.
If you're not focused on the popcorn while you're eating it, you're gonna have
You're
shit
gone.
all up in your teeth.
Exactly. It's
gonna be like a week of your life just like
all popcorn.
teeth uncomfortable.
I feel a kernel on my permanent retainer on my bottom teeth. Like, that's gonna be stuck there until I brush my teeth. Like, it's...
Gotta get a water pick or something.
Ooh. I think my mom has a water pick. She's sleeping. I can't go down there now. She's out. It's almost 11 o'clock. She got school in the morning, you know? I don't know why I added that in, but now you know, my mom.
Your mom's got school in the morning.
Mom's
You
got school
don't.
No, I don't. I do not. I'm sleeping. And then, I don't know, whatever the world has for me tomorrow. Probably feed the ducks.
Okay, cool.
My sister's home now, though, so probably bug her for a bit. Bug my dad, because he works from home.
Always solid to annoy Campbell.
Oh, all the time.
Her basketball team got wrecked.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Shreked?
My basketball team, for the last few months, they got wrecked.
They got wrecked pretty good today.
Not good. It started, like, right before we went to the movies, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it'll be over. I'll know Sixers will have won. That first notification I see, Tatum puts up 51 points.
Yeah.
It's like
76ers lose by 30.
It's not good. Not good.
James Harden and Joel Embiid together had more turnovers than they had field goals.
It's not good. It's not good.
It legit looked like almost immediately like they weren't even like trying to play basketball.
Fantastic. So, thus commences the year of heartbreak in Philadelphia. Next year we'll win.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if like next year you guys don't even have the same. Like
Yeah.
I bet some people demand some trades.
Yeah.
Demand to leave Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, the Philadelphia Union won last night 2-0 against a team, Colorado. So,
Well, since we're here, we might as well do some
Oh,
football
that's
and
right.
football.
That's right. We have a segment. Football.
Football and football.
Football. All the
So I'm gonna
football.
tell you about football, and you can tell me about football, Makenna.
Yes, I'm
So
excited.
since you're already going, what
Oh,
else is going on in football?
Chelsea tied with Nottingham Forest. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm
Mhm.
pronouncing it.
Where Robin Hood's from?
Robin Hood. Yes, Chelsea played against only Robin Hood yesterday.
The Merry Men.
Yes. They tied. So we got a manager.
Yeah,
Um,
Chelsea hired their third coach this year.
yep, in like 7 months.
Yeah. Former Paris Saint-Germain coach.
Mhm.
Um,
So maybe we'll win.
pretty good resume
Yeah.
that he has.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I
Yeah.
guess we'll see how I think the summer games, the preseason stuff will
Now,
will
I've been
will they'll pick
hearing
up.
that like Neymar might be leaving Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is like because I've heard a lot of Chelsea should go after Neymar talks. Do you think this is maybe part of that?
Probably Todd Bowley, I think, will go after anything with legs at this point.
Yeah.
Um, I won't be surprised. Yeah, it's may as well stick him in, see what happens. Maybe he'll win.
He's pretty good soccer
He
player.
is pretty good. Yeah, then Messi's supposed to be leaving. He might go back to Barcelona. He might go down to Saudi Arabia.
I've heard that essentially Barcelona's probably out. Like they just
Okay.
can't afford him because they're being punished for some
Mm-hmm.
they've had some financial fair play
Yeah.
penalties that they're taking on.
Yep.
I think Inter Miami's still potentially there.
That'd be nice.
It does
For the
appear that he's
pink.
probably going to go to Saudi Arabia, which is
Yeah. $400 million a year.
whack.
He'll play against Ronaldo,
Yeah.
kicking it up and down the pitch. Soccer. Man City's top of the table now because Arsenal lost today, so they're like 4 points clear ahead.
They're like all but like locked to win it now, right?
Yeah, I don't know the what the rest of their season looks like, but I doubt no one can beat Man City, like especially with Holland. Like
I think Alon's really good.
he's so good. Let's see here. They play Chelsea next week. Then they play Brighton, Brentford. Yeah, and then Brentford. So yeah, they have it in the
So
bag.
so Erling Haaland, it's his first year in the Premier League.
Mhm.
He set the record for most goals ever in the Premier League.
Mhm.
Also, he set his own personal most goals in a season.
Insane.
So,
And he's like
is the
22.
Premier League secretly like not that good?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe. Well, because it's like, yeah. I mean, like compared to all the the players you think of when you think of soccer, you think of like Messi and Ronaldo and stuff. They don't play in the Prem.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronaldo played a little bit, but Messi's never played in the UK. Neymar's never played in the UK. Like so,
Mbappe doesn't
Mbappe.
play there.
Mm-mm. So it's like,
Well, but they all play on in PSG, which like the French league. French league's not that good. They just have all those guys,
yeah. Because
and still for some reason can't win.
yeah. It's yeah. Erling Haaland is 22. He'll be 23 in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Arsenal, they play Robin Hood, the Wolves, and the Wolves. They have 2 games left. So yeah, Man City
Games
already
left.
has an extra game. So yeah.
So they would have to like win both of those games by like 8 goals or something.
Yeah, some mathing it
Yeah,
up.
we're a
That's
bunch of
my
losers.
that's my soccer update. Tell me about the football.
Okay. The NFL schedule came out.
Oh, I saw this. I saw a bunch of these.
It's probably the worst schedule that's ever been out since I've been watching football.
Oh no.
It's
What? Okay.
legitimately terrible.
What makes a good and bad schedule?
Um, so it's very difficult for there to be like differentiating like whether a schedule's good. Like most of the time it just like really doesn't matter. Like you want to like the primetime games, the Sunday night
Mhm.
football games, the Monday night football games. You
Mhm.
want those to be good. You don't want too many of the Thursday night football game. Like a lot of times the Thursday night football games will just get cluttered with like the Browns, just like
Ooh.
it'll be like Jaguars Titans, like just games
Mhm.
you don't care about on Thursday night and stuff. So like a couple good Thursday night games was like last season tried to put a lot of marquee matchups in Thursday night football, which it
Mhm.
seemed like it was a really good schedule last year, and then those games just ended up sucking. Like it's just like actually like really hard for there to be good football in a short week because it's
Mhm.
such a, demanding sport.
Mhm.
Um you want some like rematches from the previous year.
Mhm.
There's some of that this year, like for instance, the 49ers really feel like they should have been able to beat the Eagles in the playoffs, but they had 2 quarterbacks go out with injuries. So
Mhm.
the Eagles and the 49ers get a rematch this year. So stuff like
Ooh,
that. Like
that's
you want
fun.
stuff like that. The thing
Mhm.
that makes this schedule so bad specifically is that one, they changed a lot of the rules for scheduling.
Oh.
So it used to be that a team could only get one Thursday night football game a season
Mhm.
because, like I said, it's on short week.
Right.
Injuries tend to go up on like Thursday night football and stuff because it's just fewer recovery time and stuff.
Mhm.
That's no longer the case. Teams can play multiple Thursday night football games. So
Ooh.
this leads to a situation, and this is one of the things that makes the schedule so terrible, Makenna, is like, for instance, the Seattle Seahawks, my team, have back-to-back Thursday night football games,
Oh my god.
which means they're going to play 3 football games in 12 days.
That doesn't seem healthy. Like,
Doesn't seem like a thing the human body can do.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's bad, and there's a lot of stuff like that. It also like the Seattle Seahawks are just going to be like constantly on the move. Like they're going to be flying back from the East Coast to the West Coast to the
Right.
East Coast to the West Coast. Like they don't have like a couple home games in a row, and then a away game, and then a couple home. It's just like back and forth all season. A lot of teams have that. One of the things a lot of people are really upset with is like so the previous year's off season, Tyreek Hill, right?
Yep. Mhm.
Wide receiver on the Chiefs, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. The Chiefs traded him to the Dolphins, right?
Yes.
A lot of people were like, "Oh my God, this is terrible! Like the Chiefs are going to need Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's got a vengeance against the Dolphins, right?" So the Chiefs and the Dolphins didn't play each other last season.
Mhm.
They play each other this season. The Miami Dolphins have a home game, I mean, an away game against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? So
Right.
the initial thought when you see this on the schedule is like, oh my God, Tyreek Hill's going back to Kansas City. That's good
Mhm.
trauma. That's going to make for an interesting game. Except he's not going back to Kansas City, Makenna, because that game is scheduled to happen in Germany.
What?
Yep.
I didn't even know they were playing in Germany.
Yep, there's going to be a couple games in England, one game in Germany, and then maybe a game somewhere else. I think maybe Mexico.
The one
Uh,
game in Germany
the
is
one game
this
in
game.
Germany is going to be a rivalry that people have been excited about for 2 years. Yep.
Oh my god. Well, oh.
A player coming back to the city that he played at for like 6 years,
Mhm.
finally coming back home. Nope. That's going to happen.
It's not coming home.
A place where nobody will give a shit.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Also, neither team's like even particularly popular in Germany.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the most popular teams there are like the Seahawks and the Vikings, I think. So
oh, because of
yeah,
the Vienna Vikings.
probably yeah. That must be it.
It's gotta be it. Saw a lot of Vikings merch over there when during that championship game, so it's gotta be the Vikings. Are they?
Uh,
What other? So I assume they're playing at the Tottenham Stadium. Are they?
yeah, where they've played a couple times
Is it only
before.
that one, or are they playing any other? Um,
I think that's the only one that they have
um,
like a deal to play
yeah.
with. Let me take a NFL Europe games this year. Let's see, what do we got?
What we got? What we got?
Yeah, so there's only going to be record 5
Whoa.
games in Europe this season. Let's
Holy
take a look
moly.
at what they
Let's
are.
see. Let's go.
So the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans will play in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Mhm.
Ooh, the Jacksonville Jaguars have a multi-year commitment to play in the Wembley Stadium.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah. There was talk for several years of possibly having the Jacksonville Jaguars be a team represented by 2 cities,
Ooh.
Jacksonville and London, and they
Wow.
would like bounce back and forth for home games.
Mhm.
Seems terrible for the players, but
Yeah. Oh
let's
no.
see. There will be 2 games in Germany this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looks like there's going to be games in Munich and Frankfurt.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh, and yeah, so all 5 games this year are going to be in Europe. There's not going to be any games in Mexico this season.
Where's the 5th game? Or did you?
So 2 in Germany.
2 in Germany.
Let's see, 2 in the UK, and then what else do we got?
Wait, France? Spain?
This article is very confusing.
Italy.
It says 5, but it's only listing 4 games. Oh, okay. So it must not be the There's going to be 2 games in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Bills and Titans aren't playing each other; they're both hosting games.
Got
So
it.
2 games in Tottenham Hotspur, 1 game in Wembley, 2 games in Germany.
Oh boy. What a time.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was any more interesting news on the NFL this week.
Mhm.
The Philadelphia Eagles coach got his master's degree.
From where?
Ohio, I think.
Oh, Ohio.
It's where he went to college. Yeah.
Ew.
He went back to school, got his degree. Good for him.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Should have
Yeah.
been Temple. He could have gone anywhere.
Well, typically they like to go to colleges that have good football programs.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't believe the Temple is known for their.
We don't have any good sports programs.
No, you really don't.
No. It's not great. Got a new basketball coach, I believe, a new boys basketball coach for next season. We'll see. I didn't see Kurt Warner's son once. I'm very disappointed.
Right, you told me about that. Yeah.
Granted, I don't know what he looks like. But we were in the same college. So I probably breathed the same air as him at least once. And I have a way to get his dad's phone number.
You think he was taking any media production classes?
I don't know. I don't remember what his major. I think he was a communications major. He wasn't in any of my classes, I'll tell you that much, because I would have known. He should have been in all my classes, Been Kurt Warner's son. That's the class. The premier class to be in.
That's the class.
That's
the class you want.
That's the class. You know, so oh well, opportunity lost.
Indeed.
Does he even still go there? Because what was it? Saquon Barkley's little brother, I think, went to Temple, and then he transferred out.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if
That's usually what happens is
yeah.
they'll go to a lesser college to get some playing time and then get some film and then be like, hey, let me go to a better college.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, it absolutely happens.
Where is his children's name? His child. Oh, here he is. EJ.
Kurt Warner.
He he has some Wikipedia page. He still plays for the Temple Owls.
Oh.
So good for him, I guess. Go team.
Go Owls.
Go Owls. Is he the starting? He's the starting quarterback as a freshman for Temple.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That checks out a lot. He was a backup, and then he wasn't. I don't know.
That's how that happens.
That's how that happens. So yeah, so he won the AAC Rookie of the Year in 2022. Oh, American Athletic Conference. That's what the AAC stands for.
Yeah. The AAC. So the ACC is a really prestigious college conference.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the AAC.
We're in the AAC.
Like they're trying to fool people into thinking they're the ACC.
They're like very similar logos. Just don't look too close. It's a different shade of blue. Yeah, those are my updates.
Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the football and football.
Football.
Football and football.
I still have not. I don't know if I talked about this on the show ever before. I know I've talked to you about this before, about getting a reusable confetti cannon. No updates on that.
Yeah, okay.
Still haven't found one. No. So I don't know why I brought it up, but I just wanted to let you know. No updates.
Okay.
One day.
I don't think I have any updates for you on previous conversation. Did we make any notes, or was there something we were supposed to update from the last episode?
I can't remember. Wait,
Neither can I.
I already forget what I was supposed to update on in a couple weeks. What was I supposed to update on?
I don't think we established anything.
Ween. I was supposed to listen to Ween in the next 2 weeks.
Ween update.
Let me make a note of that. Hold on, let me get a sticky note. Oh, I'll use my hedgehog sticky note. See this little hedgehog in a little cute little hat? There he is.
That's adorable.
I know. Look at that. I'm running low though, so I gotta stop using it, but I'll have a sticky note. Where's a pen?
You got anything planned for this next week? Anything cool happening at all, or is it just chilling?
I have absolutely nothing planned for the next week. Just May, baby. I don't think I have anything. Not that I know of. A lot of ducks. A lot of
ducks.
Annoying Campbell. That's it for now.
Having a good time.
What about you? You got anything for this week?
I'm planning on doing a couple streams.
Ooh.
Just hanging out, playing games. I'm playing the Magical Gatherings.
Of course.
Yep. Gotta get some practice in.
Gotta prep.
Well, we got like 3-ish weeks, 2.5.
Sounds about right. Something like that.
Where I go to Dallas. So,
you dominate. Bam.
Not feeling great about it, to be honest.
Oh no. That's a sign of greatness right there.
I find it's I don't know. It's an interesting thing where how confident I feel in my ability to play the game in paper with other people versus playing it online is so vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I show up to the tournaments here in town and play against people. Some of them are pretty good. And like last week, just went 6-0, didn't lose a game. Just absolutely wrecking people. Like, and then I get online and it's just like, nah, just. I don't know if it's like a situation where I'm having trouble like taking the games online seriously, or it's just like brain's not connecting to what I'm seeing online and stuff, but it's just like the disparity between the two is huge. So I have no way to gauge whether it's like I'm beating people because I'm just like I'm that much better than the people here and the people online are that much better than me. I just can't figure it out.
Psychology. It's all
Yeah.
all in your physical presence with the person. Just stare them
Well,
down.
I never did. I never play like sports, so I don't have like a
Yeah.
how do you practice? I don't know.
Practice. Yeah, I don't.
Talking about practice?
Practice. Oh, I wish I could help you there, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I need like a coach.
Ooh,
Like
montage. We can
yell
get
at
a
me.
montage. I mean, I could coach you. This won't be good. It's oh gosh. Yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you, but that's
Yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be we're gonna show up to Dallas. I'm not exactly expecting to win anything, but it would be nice too. And we'll get to figure out where I am these days.
it's a good point to be in life. Just figuring it
Yeah,
out.
because I mean, there's definitely been times where I would show up to one of these things and be like, I've got a pretty good chance, and I just have absolutely no idea.
Mm-hmm. And where's the cabin? Yeah, you just get to hang out in Dallas for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna have to play like 9 to 11 games on the first day, which sounds like a nightmare.
Mm.
Um, so if I start the day off 0-3, I drop, go eat some good food. Maybe don't even go next day. Maybe I'll go watch a baseball game instead. I don't know.
Ooh,
We'll
that's fun.
see. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. Are you gonna eat barbecue?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good, very good. I'm gonna need a
It's like
full
just
update
like
on
a
that.
lot. Just only that basically.
Oh wait, the coleslaw's got to be good too down there. Do you dabble in the coleslaw?
I'm not a big coleslaw fan, but it's also because like most of the time when you get it, it's just really bad. Like they're just putting like way too much mayonnaise and shit in it, and just like real gross.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I like mayonnaise, so maybe I don't mind whenever it's. I did have. I did go through about like a year phase where I couldn't stand the sight of coleslaw because I ate like a whole container of it from the store because it was about to go bad. I was like, we spent money on it. I gotta eat it. So I ate the whole thing. I just couldn't stand coleslaw, but I'm fine now. I love coleslaw.
I feel like there are better sides than coleslaw.
Mm. Well,
Like
it's
I'd
like
rather have like a potato
I was gonna say
salad
it's like in the
or
macaroni salad, coleslaw,
yeah.
potato salad.
Like
Yeah.
if we're going through the things in that category, I think I would just put coleslaw last.
Hmm.
Because I love a macaroni salad. I love a potato salad.
Pasta salad? Did you put pasta salad in there?
Mm,
Cause it's not like creamy. Like
I'm not a big fan of pasta
I'm
salad,
not either.
but it's also like what you're getting out of a pasta salad. Like like if somebody says they're making a pasta salad,
Mm-hmm.
you have no idea what it's going to look like when they show up. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's so many
Absolutely.
different ways to make a pasta salad that you're
Yeah.
just like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Yeah.
see when it gets here.
Yeah, that's how. Cause like my mom, cause we do 4th of July at our house every year. So like my mom will make pasta salad. Apparently, it's like one of the best ones. Cause like my cousins are always raving about it. My sister, when she was in high school, would have like my mom make extras so she could like eat it throughout the week and like. So I don't. Apparently, Mother May makes good pasta salad. I don't like it personally. I'll eat like whenever my mom's cooking the pasta. I'll eat everything separately. I just don't like it all together.
Okay.
With, like little pepperonis and the.
I'm not a huge fan of the pasta salad.
Mm,
I think the ideal plate is like whatever your meat's gonna be, whether brisket or barbecue chicken or tri-tip, whatever it is, and then you got like potato salad,
mm-hmm.
and then you got maybe a macaroni and cheese,
Ooh, yeah.
and then either like cornbread or a biscuit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's like the ideal plate.
Yeah. What about, would you say, like, what if you, okay, you go to a 4th of July picnic.
Yeah.
Similar ideal plate? Or?
4th of July, it's because I mean, we might be talking about hot dogs and
Right?
hamburgers, right? And
Yeah.
then it's like, I still probably want some potato salad,
Mhm.
but then I don't know, I want maybe some fruit, like maybe like a
Ooh.
big old slice of watermelon,
Oh, yeah.
maybe like a fruit salad.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, what else might I be doing there? Maybe there's some vegetables involved. Maybe I want to
Yeah.
get some
Veggie
like
tray?
some grilled vegetable or a veggie
Ooh,
tray. Yeah,
grilled
that's huge
veggies.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, 4th of July, I probably want corn on the cob there,
Oh, yeah, me too.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. There's so many different ways that you can go with it.
Mhm. Yeah, we do. My 4th of July plate has not wavered in a few years, but it's a hot dog, chips of both barbecue and plain variety, and then just cucumbers and carrots. That's the
So
plate right there. Lemonade. Boom.
I mean, honestly, if we're cooking up some dogs, I might not even have sides. I just might have more hot dogs.
I want you to come to my family picnic and just eat hot dogs. A plate of hot dogs. And then just leave. Don't talk to anyone. Just walk in, eat the hot dogs, and just leave. And then
Have
hot
I
dog guy.
told you about the Gerber games? This is a
No,
thing that we've discussed before.
it might
Okay.
be. I don't
So for
know.
about like 5 years now or so, like once a year, this is something my cousin puts together.
Hmm.
He calls it the Gerber Games, which is that we get. So the place where my family is from is an extremely small town,
Hmm.
called like literally like 100 or so people live in this.
Hmm.
It's not even right to call it a town.
Is it like a hamlet?
There's no stores. There's a
Hmm.
gas station. That's it.
That's all you need.
Um, it's uh I don't know, a commonwealth. I don't know what you call these kind of things.
A hamlet is like, I think, less than
Yeah.
10,000 people.
Well, it's certainly less than that. Um, but so he gets our friends from like, for me they're from grade school, right? Because I didn't go to high school with them.
Hmm.
But so these kids that we all hung out with when we were like really young, and we play the games that we played back when we were
Oh,
kids
that's
who were poor
adorable.
and didn't have.
Oh.
So it's like we play basketball with
Hmm.
the hoops like lowered all the way down.
Yep.
Um so basically there's only dunking.
Of course. Of
There's
course.
only dunking. They had to change the rules to where you can't because goaltending is allowed. That's always the way it's been played, is that goaltending is allowed. So they had to change it to where 3 point you can't goaltend if somebody's shooting past the 3 point line. Yeah. And then there's cornhole,
Hmm.
there's wiffle ball, there's just all these like random ass games, whatever, right? So that happens like once a year. And then like yeah, we hang out, picnic, all that stuff. Last time I was there and I ate like 6 hot dogs.
That's amazing. It's amazing. It's a power move. You know? 6 dogs.
Is it?
I guess it depends who you ask. Difference of opinions.
Wikipedia defines Gerber, California as a census designated place.
Wow. I've never heard
Uh
that before.
The 2010 census reported the population at 1,060 people.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That is a very, very small
Very tiny
area.
place. Uh, according to the Census Bureau, Gerber takes up zero 0.9 square miles.
That is, oh my. Aw.
Yep.
Do you think Gerber, California has ever gotten talked about before in a podcast?
In a podcast? No way. There was at one point where very early on, apparently Gerber was like kind of a poppin' place in like the 20s or so
Mhm.
because it's right on the railroad tracks.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, tiny.
It's small. It's cute. Doing the games, doing the things. And Gerber. Shout out to Gerber. We we usually play. Man, we don't have anything like that. But like during family functions, we'll like in the 4th of July, we'll do volleyball. That gets competitive because it's also in a pool. So it's like try not to drown. Like it's very tough when the kids are like, because like my pool isn't like, it's not, it doesn't, it's a sports pool, so like the deepest it gets is 5 feet in the middle, but it's like these kids are under 5 feet. They can't stand. So like good luck when you're down there when we rotate. Then we'll like occasionally play like horse and whatnot because we have a hoop for the pool. Maybe kickball will come out. Just depends how everyone's feeling.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Deb's always, she's singing Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Yeah, family function things.
Hell yeah. Love a family function.
Love a family function. I'm excited to make my return to 4th of July this year. So it will be fun. It'll be fun. Maybe the occasion we'll have like a cousin's new boyfriend, so we'll see what happens.
4th of July this year on a Tuesday.
Oh, a Tuesday.
Yeah. It's not great.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that.
It's kind of, is it like, well, I guess Christmas and New Year's can be throughout the week, but like, are those 3 days the only thing that isn't like a fixed date? Because like Memorial Day is like always like the last Monday and whatnot.
Yeah, most of the holidays in the U.S. are like, yeah, it's this day it's like Thanksgiving is the 3rd Thursday. I think that is how most of our holidays are. Yeah. Easter. What's the? There's a word for that. What is it? A movable feast, right?
Oh yeah. Do you know how they determine Easter?
I don't.
Did I say a Easter? Did I say how do they determine an Easter? Okay, I go.
Yeah. How do they determine an Easter?
It's the first Sunday after the first full moon after the first full week of spring.
Really?
Yeah. Unless Campbell's lying to me.
I feel like that maybe at one point was. I feel like that's not how they're doing it anymore because you can look like where Easter is like 5 years in advance.
Yeah, because you'll know the phases of the moon, right? Is that how
Yes.
how does the moon work? I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know how far in advance you know the moon.
Yeah, I guess the moon would have to be like fairly predictable, huh?
I don't know.
I'm gonna do a little Google for an Easter.
Yeah, Campbell says first Sunday after the first full moon, after the first full day of spring. I'm gonna ask her if that's still right. Who taught you that? I should ask her sources. Because if it's
It is on a lunar solar calendar.
Lunar solar calendar.
Yeah, it's based on phases of the moon.
Okay, I also trust the teacher who taught her that. So that was a good teacher.
Oh, they don't use the real full moon when they say full moon.
Oh, what do they use?
This says so the Julian full moon is always several days after the astronomical full moon. That's why Easter is on a different day for Eastern Orthodox Christians.
Okay. Oh, I've always wondered about that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I guess. I don't. Yeah. Because it's usually always like a week after Easter.
Okay, so
Or
In Western
technically?
Christianity, they use the Gregorian calendar. They don't use the phases of the moon. So Easter is always on the Sunday between the 22nd of March and the 25th of April. Whatever Sunday that is,
Mhm.
that's Easter in the US.
That's Easter. Huh.
Yeah. But it is the Roman Catholic observation of Easter is based on the Julian calendar that uses phases of.
Okay, that
Yeah. Okay. So there is a Wikipedia, the reform of the date of Easter. Oh, this is deep.
this is, oh boy. Oh. Yeah, well, I texted Campbell. I was like, have they changed this within and Campbell's like, why would they change it 2,000 years in? I'm like, I'm not on the council of the Easter.
Seems like this was changed in like the 60s.
Oh.
Oh, this is like a Vatican II thing.
Oh.
Vatican II.
Vatican II.
Electric Boogaloo. Or
That's what they called
Vatican
it.
II. Vatican Harder.
Right. Yeah. It's, it was Vatican. Oh, Campbell just looked it up. Apparently, during Vatican II, they also found out that Jesus didn't die on the cross. Is that a thing that happened at Vatican II? I don't remember what happened at Vatican II.
The biggest thing that came from Vatican II is that it was mostly related to like social changes within the church as
Mm.
a response to like the civil rights movement and stuff. And so like one of the biggest thing was that you no longer had to deliver mass in Latin and you could instead deliver it in the
Oh.
language that is native to the country you're in.
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay.
But it seems like there was a bunch of other stuff that I just never really paid attention.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, I remember when I was in like 5th grade when they decided that, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do some of the Mass in Latin now. And we had to learn like all of these Latin prayers and stuff when I was like 11.
Hmm.
I don't remember any of them. I remember some of them, but it's like I remember I have this vivid memory of laying on the tile floor, just writing my Latin prayers. Amen, you know.
Yeah, I'm the only one of my brothers who isn't Catholic.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all my brothers got baptized in the Catholic Church except for me.
Really?
Hmm.
Huh. I think we're the only. My mom's side is Catholic.
I got baptized Protestant.
Protestant. Oh, do you get to take a name? I don't know how Protestant baptism works.
Did you freeze or did I?
I think you died. Oh no, I'm going solo, baby. Uh-oh. This is amazing. 113.
This is one of those times when it would have been good to have Makenna's phone number. Jay, she's back.
I could hear you weren't frozen,
Okay.
but
I loaded up a stream to check to see if my internet was working. I was like, oh, this loaded really quickly. It must be Makenna.
it may have been me. Oh, okay. Here we are. Okay, I have the timestamp. Um, that's not good. Okay, I don't know why.
That was weird.
That was weird. I think. Oh, I asked. Do you still get to take a name when you're baptized in the Protestant church, or?
Nope.
I don't know how baptism works anywhere else.
No, like there's not like a confirmation or anything like that. It's just
Oh, it's just
there's a
there's
little
like
ceremony. You do the baptism, and then boom, you're done.
is that that sounds wonderful. So there's like no other sacraments or whatnot.
Nope.
Nice. It's fun. Yeah, there's like what 7 sacraments in Catholicism, something like that.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I think I've done 3. Yeah, 4. I guess technically, I'm halfway. Although the other was anointing of the sick, matrimony, and holy vows. I can't do one of them 'cause I can't be a priest.
Oh.
So I won't be able to 100% the Catholic faith. I can't platinum it.
Actually, I think women can be priests now, right? Wasn't that a recent change to the Catholic Church?
Is it? Oh my god. I'm gonna
Yeah, I think I
achievement
remember
hunt.
hearing about that somewhere.
Oh, interesting.
I think it was like a new pope thing.
New Pope thing. Then, never mind. That's not a thing that exists. Never mind. I think that was a dream.
Okay, so it hasn't happened yet, but it looks like there's some very strong push to make it happen.
Wow. Look at that. Maybe I can. 100% Catholic. Not that I would, but I could.
Well, you get the platinum trophy,
Yeah, exactly. I get a little medal.
platinum cross.
Platinum cross. There we go. I don't even, because the ones that I've done are baptism, reconciliation, first communion, and confirmation, and it just hard stops in 8th grade. And it's like, oh, you gotta be an adult to do the rest of those. Like, because you do two, at least in my school, we did 2 in 2nd grade. We did reconciliation, confirmation, or no, reconciliation, communion in 2nd grade, 8th grade, confirmation. Yeah, just in case you needed to know. That was the timeline for me. But like some of my friends I knew, like they did it all 3 in 1 year. So I think it just depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
probably. That's how that works. Religion. It's like a walk in a cereal box. Oh no, I messed that lyric up. Never mind, forget it. Forget I didn't say anything. That's philosophy. I don't even know the name of that song. Sorry, go on.
I think we can probably wrap up the show.
I think so. Wait, we hit all of our points.
Yeah. Well, that was Maximum Ruckus.
That was Maximum Ruckus.
The podcast that's just a bunch of stuff, apparently.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's like a it's a grab bag, you know.
It's a
you don't know what you're getting.
conversation bookended by an intro and an outro. That's
Yep.
it.
Make sure you do the like, you do the subscribe, share this with people if for some reason you enjoyed it. That probably isn't gonna happen. Make sure to check out HBO Max. The last week's episode with Josh McCougar talking about Bad Boys is up. It's really fun. People seem to really like it. I'm happy about that.
Yes, too.
Next week we'll be back with Aaron Roots. I don't know if he has a movie, but he literally just messaged me on Twitter. So maybe he has picked a movie.
Scary.
Let's see. Has he named a movie?
This is like when they get a new pope. No, it's not. It's like
No. He hasn't picked a movie.
Okay.
It's about something else. But yeah, so we'll let you know. Just follow us on Twitter to find out what the next movie is going to be at HBO Max on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You can follow me on TikTok at Jose Ruckus or on Twitter at Jose Ruckus. It's everywhere. Twitch, all the things. Makenna, anything you want to plug?
HBO Max.
Where can people find you?
HBO.
It's HBO Max.
You can follow me on Twitter at PowerPants212. I tweeted last week, and guess what? I'm going to be tweeting this week.
You're gonna be tweeting this week.
I'm gonna be tweeting this week.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to follow Mac for this.
For my
doesn't happen often.
My non-retweeted tweet.
Gonna have a couple banger tweets in a row. So yeah, look out for that.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks for more Maximum Ruckus. Maybe by then we'll have better topics.
We'll talk about Ween.
Talk about Ween. Yeah, let you know if Makenna liked Ween.
Mm-hmm. I hope you can contain yourself for 2 weeks.
All right. Well, bye.
Bye.